When it comes to making predictions, I'm wrong more often than a March Madness bracket. If I was a meteorologist, they would have me publicly executed at the town square while people throw tomatoes at me because I would legitimately never predict the weather correctly. And I almost think that that's more impressive, the fact that I can't even accidentally get a prediction right. But that doesn't mean that I don't like to keep trying, so that's what I'm doing today. I may be 0 for 100 on predictions, but we're about to change that. The curse will be lifted. Statistically, you gotta get one right eventually, and this is my one. I know for a fact Elon Musk will never fight Mark Zuckerberg in a real fight. Now, maybe they get together in the octagon and play a game of patty cake or a little slap boxing with headgear like it's straight out of SpongeBob karate episode or something, but they will never actually have a fight. For those that don't know, for the last couple months, Elon Musk and Zuckerberg has been posturing that they're going to fight each other, like in a legitimate fight. But I just don't think that's going to happen. I think this is all just publicity and attention because Elon Musk loves attention. He feeds on that more than a plant feeds on sunlight. Elon Musk photosynthesizes attention the same way plants do. It's how he lives. So I think that's the actual motivation here, is just to keep his name in people's mouths. Because there is no way he has ever thrown a punch in his life. His body is built like a tub of mayonnaise. It looks like he's smuggling 6 bowling balls in his torso. I don't think his confusing body geometry would even allow for him to throw a punch. It'd be like trying to stretch a wet spaghetti noodle. There's no way he's ever trained, nor ever even thrown a punch at a punching bag, I don't think. So this would just be a ridiculous fight to take because Mark Zuckerberg, the fucking goofy soulless android straight out of Skynet, actively trains in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and actually just won a gold and silver medal in a Jiu-Jitsu tournament a month ago. Which initially that headline didn't impress me because I just assumed Zuckerbot went in there, opened his wallet and paid everyone to just throw against him so he could feel good about himself. But there's footage of the event and he is pretty solid. He is actually pretty talented. It's clear he takes it seriously. He's also just been training with experts as well to become better at it. So this is something that he's serious about. Meanwhile, the only thing Elon Musk is serious about is shit-tier memes. Like the crustiest, dankest memes ever that no one can even ironically laugh at. If this was a fighting game, Elon Musk would be in the unusable below F-tier ranking. Meanwhile, Zuckerberg would be like C-tier. So there's just no chance. Like, there's literally no chance Elon Musk would win this fight, and he knows it. Mark Zuckerberg would smoke his meat. Mark Zuckerberg would rip his fucking tongue out and lick his ass with it. Like, Elon Musk would truly get brutalized, I think. Even though Elon Musk definitely has some size on him, it doesn't matter, because there's no way Elon Musk can use his size unless he tries to do some kind of weird forbidden jutsu where he like oils himself up to get real slippery and like slides around and attacks him like that. Like, I don't know what else he could possibly do, because he doesn't train. He hasn't trained, and he won't train. So he's already planted the seeds of doubt. He made a tweet not too long ago talking about how he might need back surgery. So he's already like alluding to some excuses he could use to get out of this fight to weasel his way out. So I just don't see this fight happening. I really don't see this fight happening at all. But it hasn't stopped the hype train. Elon Musk keeps talking about how it's definitely going to happen, and he even makes like these bold claims about where it's happening and when. Meanwhile, Zuck on Threads, and also, God rest the soul of Threads, that didn't make it more than a month before it died. What a tragically fast demise that platform had. I don't know anyone that still uses Threads except for Zuck now. That's just like his quarantine zone, his containment unit. He just goes in there and speaks, and that's the only thing left on Threads. But anyway, Zuck made this post in response to all of the posts Elon had made about how the fight's, coming up pretty soon. Zuck said, "I love this sport and I've been ready to fight since the day Elon challenged me. If he ever agrees on an actual date, you'll hear it from me. Until then, please assume anything he says has not been agreed on." Which I 100% believe Mark Zuckerberg here, because Elon Musk does nothing but make false promises and just make shit up. Like, the way Elon Musk talks about it, you'd think the fight's happening this weekend. But meanwhile, there's not a single date that's been agreed upon or anything like that. So, there's nothing confirmed here. It is still just a bunch of brouhaha, but I don't think it's ever happening. But it doesn't stop Elon Musk from puffing out his grotesque chest. He keeps making statements like this. So this was in response to Mark Zuckerberg saying, just take everything he says with a grain of salt, but I'm ready to fight whenever. Elon Musk said, "If Zuck wants my tongue," I guess. I don't really know what this emoji's supposed to mean. And now it just seems like he's more flirting than anything. So I'm having a hard time deducing these hieroglyphics here. I don't know why he's using that emoji in this fight context, but whatever. If Zuck wants my tongue, really wants a lesson in why there are weight categories in fighting so badly, I could just head over to his house next week and teach him a lesson he won't soon forget. Elon is legitimately a 14-year-old on Xbox Live trapped in the body of a 50-year-old grown man. It is incredible. Like, this is actual old Call of Duty lobby energy here. Elon would never actually fight Zuckerberg. That's what I truly believe. If he did, that would not go well, I imagine. I really do think Mark Zuckerberg would fuck him up. I really think Zuckerberg's got psychopath energy. That man's probably got so much pent-up rage from the colossal historic failure of the metaverse that this man is just looking for an excuse. And Elon Musk might be that excuse. I think he would just absolutely destroy in this billionaire beatdown against Musk. But once again, I don't think we'll ever know for sure because it's not going to happen. That is my prediction. I wanted to put it out here because sometimes I like to get my predictions out, and so far every single time they've been wrong. Many of you may remember I made a video talking about Halo Infinite not being real. I made that video like 4 years ago or something when they first showed like the early trailer, then a year went by and they didn't show anything else, and then like 6 months went by and they showed like actual pre-alpha level footage, and I proclaimed that the game is probably not real and even close to being released. But then it came out like a year and a half later. So it looked like they did have it cooking in the oven. And unfortunately, you know how the story goes, they served it raw. It was missing like half of the game's overall content it was supposed to have, and then it remained in a completely barren wasteland of a state where they weren't adding or changing anything about it, and then they eventually just canceled a lot of the components. And well, it's actually a very sad story, the post-release of Halo Infinite. Good news though on that front, they're getting it together. Halo Infinite's made quite a few new updates that are actually pretty well received. I haven't personally tried them myself, but they do seem like quality updates. They finally got Forge in the game, you know, like 2 years late, but they got it. Like, baby steps, damn it. They finally started adding some shit to the game, finally starting to turn it around. Maybe too little too late, but the point is, I'm way off topic now. Point is, they did at least start making improvements there. But I did make the prediction that it wasn't even real, which I was wrong about, and that to tie it all back to what I was saying. Point is, I'm bad at predictions. I usually get them wrong. This one I am very, very confident on. I don't think there is a world where Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk have a legitimate fight against each other. I do think there is a chance that they'll have some kind of really embarrassing, silly show match where it's clear that it's not a real fight. It's just some kind of scripted mess or some kind of very haphazardly thrown together disaster where neither person is really fighting. It's just like they're toying with each other and pretending it's a fight. Like, I'm talking CW level choreography of a fight. Like, I don't think they'll ever have a real one, but I do think there's a chance they'll have a fake fight against each other just to try and capitalize off the hype. But anyway, just wanted to get that out there. That's really about it. So yeah.